Hey everybody, working on the Independence today. Today I'm mounting seats. The configuration for the shuttle bus seats is a little bit different than what was in this bus. So I got to do a little modification. So I'm going to take this piece of angle iron and I'm going to weld it to the bracket that's on these shuttle bus seats. And hopefully I'll get it to where I can screw these things in there and they'll work out just fine. So that's my project for today. Got to cut my angles at 24 inches. Gonna take the sharp burrs off the corners. I'm being a little lazy today because it's a pain in the butt to take the seats off the frame. So got some painter's tarp wrapped around here, and hopefully I don't put any BBs through my seat where I'm welding. I'm gonna put my angles right here, and I'm gonna grind off just a little bit of paint and make my welding just a little easier. That's been a couple of years since I taught at the high school. Not that I was ever a great welder, but I got some 6011 welding rods that are pretty old. I'm gonna try those out. Those are supposed to be good for mild steel and rust and paint and people with basically less talent. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna put a couple tacks on here and see if I remember a little bit about how to weld. All right, here we go. All right, first time in a couple of years since I've welded. I had to put some spacers on there because my C-clamps only go down so far. Oh, I can tell you they're not pretty. They're pretty ugly welds. But I think once I get an ugly weld all the way across there, or at least in a couple places, I don't think that little bracket there I'm making is going anywhere. I made it a little longer on this side. When you're stopping, I think the back, if my physics is right, the back's going to lift up, and so it'll be under tension and will be under compression in the front. So I just got it so I can just put one bolt in the front and I'll put 2 bolts in the back, and hopefully that'll make my seating nice and safe for anybody rides around with me in the Independence. I finished doing my bracket. I'd zoom in and show it to you, but I'm actually too ashamed of my welds. But I'm hoping I have enough of it that it'll be strong enough and it'll work. It may not look nice. I show you this video not because I want to impress anybody with my welding abilities, but I can tell you what it does for me having done this. It reminds me of the skills, the vocational skills that are out there all across the country. I believe in college. There's things to learn there, and I also believe in vocational skills. And being able to do this and hold a welding rod and control 3-dimensional movements, it takes skill. And these people that do this day in and out are true experts in their field. For those of you wondering about my seats, my painter's tarp worked very well. And I don't have any BBs that went through, but I can tell you, for those wondering, painter's tarp is very flammable. I'm nobody. Keep up the good work, America. Nobody out.